Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my...
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield, throw left side, complete. It's Maxwell, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Maxwell. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's now second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Second and 10. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
First down, Browns.
They'll run on first down. Knowles. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback left. To be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but now it's 3rd down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Check. Lucky.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
First down, Cleveland.
Okay, ready. 94 is the mark. Let's go, D. Single, 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 single.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Holmes has got it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Maxwell. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They go play action now. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hudson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down, Cleveland.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now they'll run on the draw. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second and 11. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Let's make these babies run.
Play action. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Jackson on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Let's bring it.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Come on, Lyle. We better than that.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They go play action with Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Watch the screen.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will be touched down right at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ready. Time to end it. Get ready. Get ready. Set. Get ready. Chance.
After the interception, here's Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Colin Saunders coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. On the ball. Mike 51, Mike 51. I got him.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
51's the mark. 51.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Like 22.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Operating from the gun. Flushed out right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback. Slam, slam. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready?
Now Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check 43. Where'd he go?
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Spinning past him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey. 4 down. Check 27. Eyes on 27. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So we got man. Kill.
On 2nd down now, Knowles. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Browns 28, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's see what you got. Check 4.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Check. Hayward. Mike 51. Ready to go.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try the left side. Knowles. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
7 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Jackson. Caught by Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Browns.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Yo. Watch the slant. Motion. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the 44, Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Here we go. 6 yards. Go. Mike 22. Here we go, D. Here I come.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Yeah, they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. A win would be their first of the young season. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check 99. Check 99. Go. Motion. Whip. Watch the whip.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. There he goes left side. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Go. Motion. Off.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Echo. Mike 51. Defense. Six, baby. Check three. That's it. Mike, single.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Pick the edge. Come. Say.
One last shot for Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He finds an opening past the 40, and a cutback. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end.